Hello and welcome to the East Lampeter Township Public Meeting. Hello and welcome to the East Lampeter Township Public Meeting. All participants are now informed that this meeting is being recorded. This meeting is also being offered virtually utilizing Zoom, which is a cloud-based platform for remote video and audio conferencing. The Zoom application is free to the public. The general public is therefore able to join the meeting by connection through the internet or by calling in by phone. The public is also able to observe the meeting on the Township's YouTube channel. Please continue to check the Township website calendar for any updates related to these public meetings. Agendas for these public meetings will also be available on the Township's website. Please be reminded that this meeting is being video and audio recorded and will be posted to the Township's YouTube channel for viewing. The meeting will now proceed with the chairman calling the meeting to order and identifying all other members present in the meeting room and those joining the meeting via Zoom. The chairman will then confirm those members joining by Zoom can be heard.
Hello, I'm Jim Everhart, and I'm the chairman of the Parks Board. The members we have in attendance tonight, this afternoon, include Chris Cretin, Diane Tyson, Bruce Hess, and Frank Hollingsworth. And we have Township Manager Ralph Hutchinson and Charlie Thomas, Director of Public Works, in attendance. And do we have, we don't have nobody tuned in. Okay. And our AV specialist, I don't know you, I don't know.
My name is Lee.
Okay, so good. Let's all. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Right. Has everyone read the minutes of previous meeting?
Yes.
Okay.
We should make a second.
Okay. You made the motion, you second. Okay. All in favor? Okay. Public concerns or comments, and we don't have anybody here from the youth softball. Okay. All right. So nobody else, and nobody tuned in, nothing else. Okay. Reports, recreation.
As far as I know, baseball is pretty much over till fall starts. I don't know when they're going to do it. I haven't heard anything else from anybody.
No, I haven't heard anything else, other than softball's over. And they usually start practice sometime late August for fall ball, I think. So I'll make sure we reach out. Try to get scheduled.
Nothing else for recreation. Okay. Grounds, buildings, and trails.
Nothing really to report at this time. I mean, everything's moving along. Of course, we're not great.
David, somebody here.
Spot checks on grass. I mean, we're getting the crabgrass growing, so we did have the mowers in this week. Time in about a month and a half. Looks good on that. It's like the grass doesn't look good.
Okay. And anything else? Nothing else? The next item, the East Hampton Township Recreation Program. I decided I'm going to put director's report behind that and give Lisa an opportunity to speak, but she's not here. So give her an area on the agenda, and it looks like, I guess Stephanie provided us some data from that she provided regarding her activities. So she's been busy. Very busy. Yeah, which is great. That's what we wanted, right? That's what we were hoping for. Hey.
How many people showed up at the movie? You ever hear? Did many show up?
I was there. I would say it was hard to tell. People were kind of walking through and in and out, but I'd say probably around 20.
Yeah. I drove through Queen Stands, and it was nice with I drove around the neighborhoods and stopped all the kids I saw walking and told them there was a movie showing down at the park. I didn't know about it, like 5 or 6 different kids. I told them, go out to the park, there's a free movie tonight. Oh, we know that, so.
That's
I
cool.
think, all who participated enjoyed themselves.
Very good. Yeah, I think that's awesome. So, yeah, it's good. So,
I'm very impressed with the list that she provided in terms of what she's planning on doing. It's a good mix of activities and age groups and.
yeah, it's all the right stuff.
Yeah, very impressive.
And the cool thing is, you know, so some of it's gonna be great, some of it's gonna fall flat, and that's the way things work.
It's brand new, so it's gonna take a while for recruitment to get out. People do things, and summer's a tough time to get things going. So once the fall starts and people get back into a regular routine, and then again, word of mouth is that, oh, I'm doing this walking club, or oh, people will start talking about it. So
Yes.
They're gonna make the website much more useful if people realize that that's what's good to get information on. this.
Yeah,
So, things,
yeah,
that's the other thing, people.
share. Are we gonna, like, the next township newsletter, can there be like a insert of activities that, she has planned coming up that, people can just pull out, put on the fridge as opposed to the whole newsletter?
Yeah, that's the plan. When the most recent one was being put together, that was like mid-June. She was starting the, so, but yes, every future newsletter is gonna have what's coming up.
sure. When school's back in session, let's face it, school is a great way to communicate with a lot of people. I get a lot of people connected in.
The school district's been sharing the information too, which is nice. So not only I'm getting it multiple ways.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's made that connection, over there, so, yeah, we hope to cultivate that as well.
Yeah, imagine some of those activities she had to look at be inside, but they be in conjunction with the school, and the school be helping have space there, or would that be here in this building, or? Kids?
Some of it's still to be determined, but we're in the process of finishing up the memorandum of understanding with the school district that'll allow us to use the facilities at. So the school board's gonna be talking about that at the meetings, and then our board will follow up. Hopefully,
that's good. Yeah, I can see that's the benefit for them, that at least there's more of a coordinated. What would you say, I was gonna say workflow, but at least a coordinated effort to, get a handle on it. People needing and wanting to use their facilities.
Yeah, they were willing to contribute, actual dollars to the regional effort, which we're not really asking for at this point, so we've been telling them, in lieu of those dollars, let us use your facilities.
Yeah.
That seems to be a reasonable.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited about it. Seems like it's really she's really off to a good start, so that's good. Okay. Anything else for the recreation program?
The only thing I was gonna say is, if there are any other ideas on things that we ought to be exploring or considering for programs, make a list or, let us know.
Mini disc, we talked about, I brought that up before. Just make it a competition or regular schedule with the other parks. Have mini disc tournament. Or something. With the other parks have mini discs too, so do something with that. Might make some money.
Yeah. Cool. All right, old business.
The other materials that were provided have a lot to do with your conversations about budget and trying to make a list of priorities for the coming year.
Yes.
So the reason why we had these conceptual or plans for the different parks out here is so that, you know, anything that's referenced as an item, come out of the plan. And by the way, Lisa prepared this stuff as well. So, there's a list there. We did have some more detailed cost information for Gibbons Park because of the grant that we applied for and other engineering that's been done there. But you know, all of this material pretty much came out of the plan, as well as these conceptual drawings. So as you wish to talk about, come up with a list of priorities for the coming year. Number one on our list versus, you know, we're planning to do the pavilion at Lafayette Tower Park. So that construction would be in next year's budget.
So that is on the list for next year.
That's right at the top. I've been back and forth with our consulting engineer on that. As holes have been dug, they're in the conceptual design phase right now. Just emailed him one day to see if I could get some type of budget number together for the end of this call. Have to extend utilities and construction. Want to make sure we've got everything covered in the pavilion, but I think basically what I said is we're going to try to mirror the park pavilion and the restrooms, a little mechanical room, water fountain, but basically fit about 8 picnic tables, 50 people. But I'm waiting for a budget.
When do you anticipate construction in the spring?
Well, once the design's finalized, we would have to put it out to bid and to the contractors and materials. Materials are becoming more better to get, you want to say it like that. So it'd be the advertisement delay, it'd be the bidding phase of it, and then it'd be the award time. But it'd be spring, summer, my best guess, as long as it goes through the. I mean, board supervisor, we will. We'll get that. I agree with that with the numbers. So make sure we got everything.
I kind of like to see that be number one on our list, and number two on our list, I'd like to see some activity in Dalton Mill. Maybe if we could finish up to where the flagpole goes and the boat ramp, so that you had at least that much done. I know that we didn't get grant money, so it's coming out of our pocket, but
Well, and I thank you very much for having that number. That's the one I was looking for, the $606,000 and 17.
Yeah, there's a more detailed breakdown of the different elements as well, because you could, you know, as Bruce is suggesting, split out some of it and, you know, just do portions.
there's a room about half. I mean, getting the side is half. I'd just like to finish on the side without the bridge. And then maybe slide that other thing into another year.
You can see things happening, so
Yeah,
Activity going.
yeah.
stand at the park.
So you're saying that's,
Maybe one phase 2 part.
yeah. Yeah.
If you could do all on one side of the water, that'd be great. If you can't do that, then end up at the flagpole, which gets your boat ramp finished.
Yeah, that's a more up to date. This was the conceptual out of the plan.
Oh.
That's a more up to date.
Oh, isn't
Because that gets all your parking done and all that and gets you to your boat ramp, which this is primarily at this point, a fishing site, but will become more than that as it develops. And
Well,
that,
on the boat ramp, you kind of have to think in conjunction of where's the terminal? You put in one boat ramp, you put in another one somewhere that you know, it leads to something, so.
Hard to get back.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah, so you are aware, if you've been down there, we did mark an area for parking with the concrete bollards and everything. The Board of Supervisors did pass at their last meeting, no parking on Mill Creek Road underneath the tunnel, so that is enforceable now. That was changed or will be changed Monday. And there are signs directing people to Old Philly Pike. So at least they'll start seeing, okay, we can park here. And then if we do see action in 2025, more people are going to see it.
Less reasons to want. Those that are already parking the other spot.
That parking over then at Flory Mill, is that along the road there where you say people were parking on the grass anyhow, going back to Ball Diamond as well? Is that between the pavilion and that, like back where the snack bar used to be?
Yeah, Lori Park.
We're going to expand some parking. 28 more spaces or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's in the conceptual design. Yeah.
That's at the bottom. Not
And
the
so-
battlefield part.
It was on this one. Well, that's a negative. That's the southern part.
Right, yeah. Yeah, down there.
The only other thing I would like to see is more trees by the playgrounds at Flory and at,
We've got some of them in the budget this year. Should be planting this time of year.
yeah, I mean, but when?
I think
Not
September.
in Lafayette, I mean,
In October, I think he's planning on planting a bunch more.
yeah, the trees we get, prioritize the playground areas for.
Yeah, and at Flory Park, we just got 1 or 2 requests to start that. We do have some out there dedicated now. We just got 2 requests for dedications of the trees at, Lafayette. So once the plaque's done, we'll get with the requester, see where they want that at.
Probably should ask the Lisa, the new recreation person, if there's anything of that she has interest in with the program she's running too. If she's doing stuff in the parks, she may have some input as to where more trees should go or less trees, or I don't know what those trees on while they're doing yoga.
We've got used to work at a nursery for years, so he's up to speed on what trees will work well in different spots.
Yeah, he does. He does. I mean, what's realistic? I mean, can we ask for?
And there's nothing on the Heritage Pathway at all? Is that kind of just a back burner or?
Well, we do have, planning efforts underway related to the Heritage Pathway. And I think until we get those efforts done, we won't really have a good way to identify what projects would come out of it. So, one is looking at the connection from pretty much along Oak Grove between Kidney Road and where the trail ends right now. The other one's looking at from Pitney Road to basically the waterworks somehow. And then the third one's looking at actually adjacent to Walnut Street from where it splits off into the city. So hopefully those 3 planning efforts will identify what the next projects would be. We had also applied for funding to go farther east on the GO path itself. And we're still waiting on one, the PennDOT multimodal grant fund, we're waiting for a decision there. So.
And there's no other things we can do at Gibbons. No other grants we can apply for at this point. We have to pay for it ourselves, or?
There may be grants, we have to keep our eyes open as much as we can for any of those kinds of opportunities. But, I really think that, I understand your question and the reason, that, dollars are a reality.
Yeah.
I think what the supervisor would like to hear is, what should be the recreation facility priorities for the community, and that your input on that is vital.
Okay.
Wouldn't necessarily get bogged down in, well, that's too expensive, we don't want to ask for that, if it's a priority, it's a priority. I mean, list 10 priorities, and, if 1, 4, 7, and 8 get money, that's the way it goes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, because let's face it, I mean, what I remember was that last year or just in previous years, we were kind of waiting. We couldn't move forward because we needed the engineering and studies and everything like that. But now we're there, so now we can make some recommendations that are reasonable here. So,
I think you're, with the hiring of your rec director,
yeah,
that kind of turns up the heat a little bit on facilities. She's gonna run a bird watching program. Well, it's a pretty good community, but it would be really nice to have Knowles. That would be a super place for something like that. So all of those things, I think, play into priorities. I'm kind of thought that the pavilion's number one and the Gibbons is second on the list.
yeah,
And at Flory, my preference would be to look at the trails, like to try to get
Get that usable.
get the trails more connected and usable. It makes no sense to have 70 more parking places if we don't have things for people to use it, to park for. So I think the trail, at the southern half.
You are working on the trail from Strasburg Pike over to.
Right. But, wasn't there the trail loop at the southern end? The extend sidewalk to create a 0.7 mile multi-use trail loop around the southern end to connect to the Park Trails Network, which would be the one that goes along the.
Description is.
Right.
But also the one that they're putting a boat.
Yeah, that would be the other boat. Where would be the other boat? Oh, that's up further.
Old launches. Yeah. Upside down. Well, there's a dock there, but yeah, there was also a launch. Canoe, kayak launch somewhere in here,
Yeah.
just above the dam.
Maybe I would go to there. Gibbons.
You still have to navigate some things, portage around. There's a little dam at Dutch Wonderland that you have to portage around. And I guess other than that, you could make it down this far.
And then on the plan, it won't be too hard to make a place you could get out there to bottom of Hobson, but then at the community park, but then you have to carry your canoe back up the hill. Because there is already a thing where you can get in and out of the creek, but then you better be willing to carry your canoe a long way up the hill.
So why they put it up there?
Ski was.
Because of the dam.
I think because of the dam, to have a place to get out, and there is the opportunity to. When this property was sold, we got an easement to allow for portage around so that you could get out here and get back in.
Okay.
there's some kind of, by the way, I mean, just now that I'm thinking about it, right there at the Mill Creek end of it, yeah, is there some kind of, somebody doing some digging up there? There's a piece of equipment up there?
For the trail.
I don't know.
Along Strasburg Pike here?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did some test holes up here because we had to do that for this trail going through.
Oh, okay.
For
Because I saw-
purpose.
Yeah.
We had to dig a couple test holes for the conservation district to be able to match their MS4 stuff. We did the same thing at Lafayette Park. I think I reported at the last meeting. We have to have a certain area that's going to take some water due to us covering up part of the grass. So whether we do a little wetlands or rain garden or something to make up for us covering the grass area.
In case of this trail up here, it's gonna be a pervious asphalt trail, so the water will go through it. So they needed to know that the water would go into the ground.
Yeah, because as I said, I just was surprised because I saw a piece of equipment up there and yeah, you're right.
I think we had to dig 2 test holes somewhere up in here,
Okay.
up on top of the hill.
It said it looked like some kind of like they were drilling for oil or something.
Yeah, they had to go so deep and then they do some type of water test to make sure it absorbs into the ground. So that's also in the process of making this all happen.
When's that gonna, what's the ETA for that to be done? This year?
Probably next year. We'll get through all that hocus pocus. It'd be next-
That's a technical term.
Yeah.
The big word is if.
This path pretty much parallel to the creek was, I believe was supposed to be like mulch or.
Very cool. I actually was.
And then, tied back into the existing, because this comes out and ends somewhere in here right now, I think, as a paved surface, so we'd connect it to the parking area, that sort of thing, so. Yeah, that was what you were talking about?
Yeah, to connect
Yeah,
them.
like the sewer easement.
And.
Extend the trails as much as we can.
Yeah, this trail is just stone right now
Yeah.
and comes out.
Which is fine. It's great to walk on. It's, functional. It's wide enough.
Every once in a while, I get a complaint from a stroller pusher.
See that?
It's,
What's uphill?
see kids on bikes on it a lot.
Bikes.
It's fine.
We'll cut down on the skateboarders though.
Yeah, we're the-
The bike, by the way, we haven't heard any more from that guy with the bikes. I think about that. The reason I think about that is that he wanted, he wanted a trip up, like up here in this area.
Yeah, there's a pump track that was put on the plan right there.
But I remember he was talking about doing some kind of
Race trackers.
off-road race. Yeah, and I remember that was his dream, I think, but, yeah.
There's other places, if you actually look, you can go do that too. I know, but between Marietta and Columbia, there's a place up in there. There's Pasco through there. It's a Clayton Schenker or something up there. A guy used to.
Yeah, the reality is that where the trail is being designed is actually gonna be closer to this property line. That little bridge that goes over,
Yeah,
not the one for the cars, but there's a smaller one just above here. So it's
Oh.
gonna start there and go up through here, so. If this was to be developed, it would have to be modified because of where the trail's going.
That's might not be the best use for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not written in stone, that can change.
yeah. Yeah. It's just, I said, I think what I thought that was that I know there's a lot of people who like to ride bicycle off road, but and we weren't really using that there very much, so, but anyway. It doesn't work, it doesn't work. But, yeah, this is very helpful, thank you.
I think we're expecting this discussion to go on beyond today. But, if there's any other information that you wish you had as you're thinking about this, let us know.
If we go through this list where it says priority, and you see something there, you get numbers for it.
Would it be soon enough if we did it or at the next meeting? Is that soon enough? You need it before.
You would have the chance to do it. If you don't have, just to email it to me if you want to drop it off.
I can. Well, what I want to do is, instructing policy. No. No.
So, big ticket items, the civilian gifts. List or something you think about. Jot it in. But if you get it. Because I gotta present some stuff to the board. Next meeting.
Okay.
Pre-budget workshop to say, this is what we're looking at. They can give us a yay or nay, work on that, or it would probably be better to wait till 2026 for that. It gives us an idea that we really need to start playing the number. That's the way I try to.
And you may have explained it in the small type, but I can't read the small. The highlighted areas, what is that, the highlight? I know.
That's. Well, I'm not sure what they have. I think that was part of. Things we were asking for in the Fish and Boat Commission. Or no, that was for, but I don't know.
Ignore the highlights.
Yeah,
Okay, okay,
the other, it's like something 200,000. It says a fishing boat, that should be PA fishing boat. That's what we applied. Right? And got denied, so that's why that's second. The overall project is your highlight.
okay. Yeah, okay. Can everybody get back to Charlie? Feel free to.
You have meetings, see what needs to back to the board, supervisor, know kind of which way we headed. We can report that back to the meeting too. Something with your head.
Okay. And I have a stupid question. If I sent something to you and copied the member of the board, that would be a violation of the sunshine law, wouldn't it? You know,
Well, you're not deciding anything. You're taking the recommendations.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that.
Because
Everybody.
that's one thing I could suggest that we, if we do have comments or something like that, if you want to copy other members, that would be,
Yeah, you're not actually making a decision on anything. You're just
Yeah.
suggesting.
and it's only a recommendation. Right?
Basically giving them
Yeah.
suggestions.
Okay. All right. Well, I know you have to go and I know you're gonna have to go soon too. So is there anything else? We don't have anybody, no public comment. No other comment. Yeah. All right. So, does anybody have anything else? Okay. Do I hear a motion to adjourn? Okay, all in favor? Aye. Okay. We